Good morning, my babes. It is pretty early, 5 o'clock. I just woke up. I have to be at a client site. Beard is still sleeping. And I don't know. I never checked in with you guys last night. So I ended up talking to my bestie for a while because she was having a time. So I had to help her out. We all need to help each other out. And then I ended up just going to bed. Had a really weird dream last night. Very, very weird. So I was soaking my to-go cups in alcohol because I feel like they get a little funky sometimes. So I just like to soak them in alcohol to get any weirdness out of them. So just rewash that now. But yeah, I had such a weird dream, and like even when my alarm went off, like I was still like dreaming about it. It just felt like the dream was like going on and on forever and ever and ever and ever. So I feel very weird, like groggy, and just kind of like contemplative, because I always feel like your dreams are your subconscious mind like working things out for you. Sorry, I'm just putting away dishes. So I feel like, I don't know, like I'm still just trying to like figure things out, and then with like your conscious mind, sorry, it's too early. I feel like you try to figure out what the dream meant and stuff like that, but really, I think it only really means something to your subconscious mind, maybe. Like, I don't know. Like, it means more to your subconscious mind, at least in my opinion. Like, maybe you can catch glimpses with your conscious mind into what it could possibly mean, but it's really meaningful when you're asleep. When you're awake, I don't think it's as meaningful. It's definitely not like profound, because most of it is just jumbled and weird, but I feel like it's a good indication that my self-love is strong, and at the same time that it needs more work, because in my dream I still kind of wanted to be chosen by my ex, and that's just the reality. That's just me speaking truthfully. And sometimes I think that the broken parts of us, or the parts that needed healing, our inner child, whatever, like we can dominantly be fine because we're reparenting those parts of ourselves. But when there's still healing that needs to be done, there's just still healing that needs to be done. So, and I knew that because I went into this dream knowing that I still had emotions and anger and things that were still present inside of me, and that's okay, because we just have to allow things to be there and pass through us when they want to show up. And when we have feelings to process, we have to just do our best to do that, because to me, that's the whole reason why we're here, is to just feel stuff, But anyways, I'm going to chug more water, and I'm going to start to make my tea and stuff. I'll check in at some point, but I just know that the morning is going to be kind of hectic, and I'm already dragging ass, so that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. It's just so early. But I'll check in with you beauties later. Good morning, my babes. I recorded a clip earlier, but I don't know if I'm going to use it because I accidentally recorded it on my other phone that has like a lesser quality camera, and I did send it to myself, so I may or may not include it, but I wanted to say good morning either way. I also realized that the lighting in my car is crazy, and it just always makes me look not the best. It's just, I think it's because it's like so shadowy over the roof, and then like there's all this light coming in from these other angles, like I don't know, see how when I'm directly in front of the window you can just see my face more, and I feel like I look more normal, whereas like over here when I'm facing the windshield there's all these like shadows, and I'm like, who is this woman? But whatever, it's fine. Part of our self-love journey is accepting how we look in all lighting. But lighting does play a key, crucial role in how you look day to day. I could tell you that much. I learned that from one of my exes who was in film, and he said everything is lighting, and or lighting is everything, I guess would be the correct way to say that, but I've found it to be true in all of my subsequent analyses of light on my face and body. But any hoodles, yeah, so don't let light talk you into body dysmorphia is what I'm saying. I'm on my way to my client site. I am so tired, and in my earlier clip I shared that I had a crazy dream, and so I'm just still like really groggy and weird from that, so I hope I just wake it on up while I'm driving here. Gonna catch up with some friends on WhatsApp voice notes, and yeah, I think just get through the workday, come home. I have to go to the post office. I definitely have other work that I need to do once I get back to civilization, or if I can do it while I'm in the field, then I will. And I have weights tonight for workout, so I really need to prioritize that because I'm done with my period, so there's really no excuse. Last night I didn't work out because of my Brazilian, and you can't work out because you can't have any friction for 48 or 24 hours, I believe, not 48. You can't exfoliate for 48 hours, but you can't have friction for 24 hours. So I need to get back on it. I also need to get back on tracking, no more cheats. We're done with that because the Sakara breakfast is gone, so now I can track everything. The only thing I'm not going to track today is I took some Manuka honey and some royal jelly because I'm still feeling a little under the weather with my gland situation. So I might track those as like 2 teaspoons of honey because that's probably equivalent of like what I took. But if I forget, I'm not gonna wig out about it because it's medicinal, and like I need it to try to help me feel better because I don't know what's going on. I think I have a cut in my mouth on one of my gums up top over here because when I've been brushing I feel sensitivity. I don't think it's like a tooth thing because none of my teeth hurt, but I do think it's like a gum sensitivity, so gotta keep an eye on that and keep hitting it with the thieves oil. And now I'm putting in the Manuka and the royal jelly. I took more propolis, but I did not drink it. still can't believe I did that and had like hobo teeth until I individually cleaned every single one of them with vodka. That was, yeah, crazy, but whatever, you live, you learn. So, yeah, I'm gonna get on the road and I will check in with you beauties in a little bit. Hello, my babes. I just got back from work pretty late. I still need to walk Beard. It's just been like a really long day in the field and I felt like it was never going to end, but here we are, we're home. So I'm going to walk Beard and then finish some work that I have to do, and then I'll see about getting my workout in. I really want to prioritize that. I want to track the food that I've eaten so far because I really want to prioritize tracking as well. I just want to get back into a good rhythm with that. I kind of fell off a little bit when I was having that cheat period because of the Sakara meals, but you know, now we're back in biz, so I gotta track everything and do really good gearing up for my panel, because I think I told you guys in the last vlog about my work that I'm going to be doing with Merrick Health. So I want to make sure that I'm like really on top of my supplements, really on top of my macro tracking, really on top of my nutrition, my workouts, all of that stuff, because I want to get a good baseline, and then whatever changes the healthcare provider tells me to implement, then, you know, we're going to take a look at those pretty much every like month and a half to 3 months, I think. But we'll get more information as we go. Right now we're just in the preliminary stages and I still have to send them some information before I can do my panel. So I'm getting all of that information gathered and then sending it into them. So I want to really dial in all of the health endeavors because I want to make the most of whatever biomarkers I potentially do or do not have, and that information that I'm going to get from Merrick. So, yeah, that's pretty much the goal. I will need to probably make something for dinner at some point, but I'm just going to kind of play that by ear because, again, I still have work to do and I really need to wrap up the workday before I can consider the personal stuff that I have to do. So, I don't really have much else to tell you, but I will check in with you guys when I do. And, yeah, we're just getting through hump day. Wednesday is almost over, and then, you know, we're at Thursday, which is awesome. So, one day closer to the weekend. I mean, we're all, like, living for the weekend, apparently, which is, yeah, you know, like, try to be more present than that, but I'm not gonna lie, like, especially this weekend, I have to work again. So, I do try to stay present, but I also thoroughly enjoy the times when I do not have to be at work. Like, in terms of sustainable productivity, like, for me, what recovers me and restores me the most is just not needing to go into the office or go to a job site. Even, like, on days when I'm working from home, I feel a million times more productive and I feel more rejuvenated. But at the same time, I love going into the office and I love seeing my girls and my guys too, but like especially my girls. I love seeing actual people and interacting with them and socializing a little bit and stuff like that, because obviously no man is an island and we're all co-workers and a team, so I think the team functions better when we are around each other. But for me, restoration comes from, oh, like, I don't have to be here today. Like, I don't have to be at a job site or be at the office. Like, those are the most cushy and productive simultaneously days, which, you know, we love to see a work from home day when they happen. But yeah, whatevs. Let me go deal with the bearded gentleman because he is waiting patiently inside, I'm sure, to see his mama. I miss him. And I'm gonna walk him, and I will check in with you babes later. Hello, my babes. We just got back from Vaughn's. I did my workout prior to that, and then just made a little protein shake, took Beard for a walk. We went to pick up stuff to make steak tacos tonight, so I'm gonna throw quinoa in the Instant Pot, and then I'm going to put black beans in there afterwards, and I'm gonna just make the steak, I think, in the oven, and I'm gonna just put romaine lettuce. I have pico de gallo, I bought avocados, and I think I have one old avocado that I need to use. I have yogurt in lieu of sour cream, tortillas, salsa, my coveted tatamata, which is like the best salsa on planet Earth. If you find it, you have to eat it. What else? I think that's it that I'm going to put on there. Romaine lettuce, pico, sour cream, avocado, rice and beans, salsa. If I think of something else, I'll tell you, but I mean, I think that's going to be pretty tasty, and I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, I'm just going to cool out. I want to hop in the shower at some point and go to bed because I have to be up again at like pretty much 4:45, 5 o'clock, like around there. So that's what we're gonna do. I have my cool Cabo Wabo shirt on, Sammy Hagar, what up? I got to see him live on my birthday. It was amazing. He is a rock god, okay? By the way, like, this dude's up there taking mezcal shots, like, straight out of the bottle, shredding on his guitar like it's nobody's business. And at the time, I think he was, like, 72 years old or something. So I was like, goals. I mean, minus the mezcal part. Unless it's non-alcoholic mezcal, in which case, yes, give me all the non-alcoholic mezcal. I'm actually on the hunt for non-alcoholic mezcal. They like never have it at any of the groceries that I go to, like Mother's or Sprouts or anything like that. They always have like really good tequilas, which I also love, but I ran out of mezcal that my friend Brandy bought me, and I really, really want to get another bottle, but I might just wait till vacay or something and buy it to take with me to Tahoe or whatever, but we'll see. I'll tell you guys all about that. I'm still planning a lot of things, so I don't want to like get ahead of myself. And either way, for vacay, I want a bottle of mezcal because I want to make mezcal margaritas. I think that will be delicious. And pina coladas with, I have yet to find a rum that I really like, but I have a couple that I have been kind of like alternating. I'll show you guys that sometime too, but really I just love pina coladas. Pina colada anything is so delicious, but I've been on this long-standing margarita kick, and especially a mezcal kick. Or like I was making these desert sunset margaritas that had like muddled jalapeno and rose water in them. Those were top shelf, but we're gonna have to reserve stuff like that for special occasions because we're on our health journey. So speaking of which, I need to track my food, which I will try to do now, but I'm gonna get dinner started and I will check in with you beauties later. the little taco plate. 3 tacos, about a cup of this bean, onion, and corn mixture with lime, garlic. I think that's it. Oh, and veggie bouillon, quinoa with beef bouillon, over some greens, and then my fixins, as they would say on Eastbound and Down. Avocado, lime, romaine lettuce, pico de gallo, tatamata, salsa verde, and yogurt. And then what I like to do is whatever doesn't make it into the tacos, I just make a giant salad out of. So I'm very excited about this. I'm gonna smash it. Hello, my babes. When I tell you that meal was fire, like I had to think of a word. Bomb.com, like the best. It was so good. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I'm very full, but not like in a gross kind of way. I'm just so satiated, and it was just so good. And like, I just love tacos. They're the best. And I love that combo with like pico de gallo and the Harmless Harvest yogurt. It's so low fat and low calorie for yogurt. And just the quinoa and everything, all the like textures and flavors. I just love Mexican food. And then I have my blackberry raspberry Nixie, which I really do love this flavor. It's very delicious. Beard was loving the steak. Aren't you, Poopy? Let me see him. I'll give him another piece. Good boy. We both loved it. But now I have a whole mountain of dishes to do, so I'm gonna chill, watch some YouTube while I clean up. And then it's 9 o'clock, which is great. It's not too late. And hopefully I can get in bed by like 10:30. Take a little quick shower and then hit the hay. So it's been a great little evening, and I'm pretty happy about it. So that's exciting. But I'll check in with you guys later. Hello, my babes. We are saying goodnight. He's ready for beddy. I don't know how to... There he is. I'm ready for beddy. I just took a shower. I shaved. I moisturized. I have my hair in a little side pony. Did some skincare. I'm all oiled up. Got my PJs on. It's one of my new Z Supply little ribbed jobbies. They're really comfy. I have shorts, pants, and 2 tanks. And I actually have a wantable sleep edit on the way, so I'll share that with you guys when it gets here. I'm very excited because I'm in my pajama era. Beard is getting belly rubs. He loves it. Look at that foot. That's when you know he loves it, is when this feet is just out of control. You know you hit the spot. You know you hit the spot. Look at him. Who's a baby? Who's a baby? We're gonna go to bed. We have to be up really early. And I'm ready to sleep. I'm very excited about it. So I just wanted to say goodnight, and I will talk to you beauties in the morning. Good morning, my babes. Let me throw a light on, it's still pretty dark. I have been up for a while. I'm just drinking my tea. I made my tea, I made my protein matcha. I added a little maca in there because I'm basically out of matcha now. So I should be super energized today. I feel really good. Got such a good night's sleep last night. I definitely could have slept longer, but whatever. I was having a very weird dream. I don't remember the details, but I was definitely dreaming. What else? I packed my supplements, I packed my protein and some snacks for on the job, and I fed Beard, even though he's still been sleeping this whole time. He hasn't budged out of the bed. So I still have to walk him at some point, but I'm gonna finish, I think, getting ready, and then I will bring him out. But the good news is I'm feeling a lot better with my gland. It is not tender at all, so I think it was just a detox symptom, if anything. But either way, I took, I'll show you what I took. I took this yesterday and today. It's the 265 MGO plus of the Manuka honey from Melora. I really love this stuff. I think I have one more bottle of a less potent variety, but this is like supposed to be a step above like what they would use at the spa, a step below what they would like use at a medical clinic in, I guess, New Zealand, like where they manufacture this, and then like they use this grade for pets, like when pets have injuries and stuff, they put it on it and it's like really fast acting. So I used that, about a teaspoon, and then I used this royal jelly and pollen, which is like the propolis from the bee products, but very potent as well. So I did a teaspoon of this, and I still took the propolis, and I still was taking the thieves, and I'll just play it by ear and see if I want to take more of that stuff tomorrow. But I feel really, really good, and I don't know, it just never ceases to amaze me how powerful herbs and like food products, I don't really know what you would call propolis and royal jelly, you know, they're byproducts of pollination, so I guess they're herbs technically, but never ceases to amaze me how effective they are. And you know, I don't really take any allopathic things, so I leave those as a last resort for when I really need them. You know, like I've had kidney infections before and stuff and had to take Cipro, and I also have allergies to allopathic things like macrobid. I almost died from that, so I have to be careful with things, but it just never ceases to amaze me how well these products work and how quick. So, you know, never doubt that your supplements aren't doing something in the background. My dad always used to say that as long as you're taking them every 2 to 3 days, because they stay in your blood for like 48 to 72 hours. And then I read an article that said that all of the recombinations of your foods that you eat over the last 48 hours, your body literally makes synergistic combinations of those compounds and molecules in order to synthesize other biological agents that like aid your body. So it's pretty amazing. And they said the combinations are in the tens tens of thousands, and that they have no way of really capturing even what all the possible combinations could be for like any one person, because obviously everybody eats different things, but your body uses everything that you put into it, so it's kind of cool. So give your body some love. Thank her, because she's always supporting you, and she's always using what you give her, and your cells all respond to every single thought that you think. That's food for thought, literally. But anyhoodles, I'm gonna continue getting ready. I'll check in with you beauties later, and we're gonna have a rockin' day. Hello, my babes. We are in the car with the car lighting that I don't particularly love, but whatever, it is what it is. I'm on my way to my client. I feel like I'm running really behind, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Yesterday was such like a long, weird day that I just don't really want to go through that again. Sorry. I guess I do like have a little bit of
Next episode on your playlist is not yet downloaded, so mobile data will be used to stream the episode.
Okay.
To reduce mobile data usage, please pause the app.
End of May.
Okay. Sorry. That was a money podcast I was listening to. It's called Friends That Invest. I believe that's what it's called. Even though it should be Friends Who Invest, in my opinion, grammatically. Because let's not objectify people. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. Melanie Lauren recommended that podcast along with Money Feels, which I haven't really checked out yet, but I've been liking Friends That Invest. It's okay so far. I don't think it's like riveting, but it's good. So anyhoodles, I do have a weird little thing when people are around and I'm vlogging. I want to have like a private moment, and I can't sometimes because there's just like people around, and I'm like, don't judge me, you know, whatever. But whatever, if they do, it's fine. I just got to get over it. So yeah, yesterday was such like a kind of hectic cluster of a day that I just don't really want to go through that feeling again today, or any of that. Like, I just want today to go a lot smoother, so I'm just gonna intend that it does and make my way over there, and yeah, I will check in with you guys at some point when I can. Hello, my babes. I just got changed. Beard's bugging out because he knows I'm leaving. I'm gonna go get my nails done finally. It has to happen. I'm literally, like, I don't know if you can see the growth, probably not, but it's like 5 weeks or something like that. So I'm bringing this little metallic, you know, chrome situation because I want to see if they can do this. I want to get like a orange pink ombre situation. I'm taking these off and I'm going down to natural nails. So I want to either do the ombre or I want to do that metallic color. It'll just depend what she's capable of doing. And then for my toes, I think I'm just gonna do maybe like white or something like that, but I'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm gonna head down there. It's still early enough where it's not like a big deal. It's 3 o'clock, so if I'm done by 5, that's cool. I'm gonna grab a seltzer and then I'm gonna be Audi 5000. So that's what we're doing. Work was not so bad. It started out weird and then it kind of course corrected, so that's good. And I went to the post office, picked up a bunch of packages, and then came home, walked Beard, and now I'm gonna go do this. So I will check in with you beauties soon. I feel like I say that in every clip. I probably do, but it's okay because I'm trying to convey that I will check in later. Hello, my babes. So I just got done with Nail World. Now we have these nails. I'm happy. Like, this happens to me every time I get my nails done. I have a vision, and it's not like, it doesn't perfectly match the vision. It's just like a roundabout. Like, you know, it's just not like the exact vision. And then I'm like miffed about it a little bit at first, and then I get over it and I'm fine. But I really am excited about having just short nails right now because it just feels like a restart and super fresh and amazing. And I know that I'm always like 6 million times more productive when I have short nails versus long. So I mean, I'm still productive with long, but I feel good having these like shorter nails. I'll show you my toes maybe, although we shouldn't really be showing free feet on the internet. Me and my friend Shannon always joke about how we're gonna start an OnlyFans that's strictly feet, and I feel like we really just should do it already because I mean, it's such like an easy way to make buttloads of cash. But yeah, I'm mostly happy. I'm going to grow them out. I might keep them pretty short for a little while. My nail lady was very upset that I was cutting them, but I'm like, I need a break sometimes, you know, between like work and just wanting to play my guitars and stuff like that. So I was ready for short, and I quite frankly want to keep them short for a long time. And if it was up to me, I feel like I would keep them short till like around my birthday in September, and then I want to get Stiletto Gel X, like the really super duper long ones, because I do love those. Hold on. Whew. Sorry. But, my nail lady hates when I do my nails short. I'm sure it's because she's not making as much money, but it's also just because I let her pretty much have a lot of influence over how I style the nails and stuff. So I don't know, like 9 out of 10 times I just give her creative license to do whatever that matches sort of like the vibe that I'm going for. So I do know that going forward, as I grow them out, I want to be doing dip on them opposed to builder gel. The Gel X and the Builder Gel, honestly, are crap. The dip is so much better. It's far superior. It does not lift. It stays put for weeks on end. Like, I was at like 5 weeks and they were still solid. Like, I was just starting to see like the littlest, tiniest bit of cracking in my like thumbs, which makes sense because I use those so much. But yeah, the Builder Gel, I was having breakage all the time. They were constantly lifting. I felt like I perpetually had to like redo them. This last set that I just took off, they were all my nails, but they just had dip powder on top of them. So I did ask her, and she said for the ombre, it's paint only. They don't have any powder, like colored powders, acrylic powders to do those types of ombres, which kind of is a bummer because I am like missing that. I used to really love getting pink and whites and getting like this vanilla color, vanilla and whites, and I even did like a pink and black one time. It was just like a lot of fun. So she said she can pretty much do, once they're longer, any color combination where she'll blend it with the paintbrush. So we'll see what happens, but I'm excited to have fresh beginnings here, and my feet feel so much better. I got a deluxe pedicure for the first time. I've never gotten that one, where it's like super duper fancy schmancy. So it was like a scrub and a mask and these like lotions and a soak. I got rose. It was nice. All of the stuff was like, I mean, I could still feel my feet like tingling right now. And then it was callus removal and like a really long massage, which she always gives like an amazing massage anyways. But I think I'm gonna start doing, as long as like this callus removal thing doesn't mess with my balance for like yoga on the mat and hiking, because that's where I have calluses from, is from yoga and from hiking. And I feel like they have kind of like guitar calluses on your fingers, like they have a utility to them. It's not like just because your shoes are rubbing or something like that. So we're gonna see how this goes, and as long as I can still grip the mat, and as long as I can still grip my hiking boots and scale like vertical drops pretty well, then I'm gonna keep doing the callus removal, because I like just giving my feet this extra love. I like having all these scrubs and these like smelly, beautifully smelly, like, you know, they have all different scents and stuff, and the scrubs and the masks and stuff, they all really do feel really, really good. So my feet feel extra fresh, and this might be a fun little thing to do going forward. But I'm gonna drive home. It's rush hour, so I'm sure it's gonna take me a hot minute. Hopefully not too long. I have a little protein bar. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and eat that. And then somehow, by the way, I lost my, that was the other thing, like I lost the color that I showed you guys in the clip before I left my house. It's like gone. So either it fell out of my bag or it never made it into my bag, which, speaking of which, I've got to switch this bag out. I love this bag. It's really cute, but I've just accepted at this stage in my life that I am a big bag girly. Like, I need a giant bag. I love having a giant bag, and then realistically, like, I just will put my wallet, which is also huge, in my giant bag. I'll show you that. Hold on. This is my wallet. So I put this in my giant bag, and then when I have to go in like stores and stuff, I just bring this with me. Hold on. There's like 1,000 people coming. But yeah, so I bring this wallet with me as opposed to a whole giant bag. And then if I'm going into a situation where I like need a bag, I have a million little like backpacks and fanny packs, and I love bags, but like on my terms, not bags that people tell you are the types of bags that you should like. I like the shit I like. But anyways, yeah, so this woman in the car next to me is kind of like looking at me because I'm sure she can tell that I'm vlogging. But yeah, we're gonna drive home. I'm going to get a workout in. I think I'm hitting shoulders tonight, so that should be pretty low-key. I do have a buttload of work to get done for work, so I think I'm gonna have to like prioritize that between today and tomorrow and just try to get a bunch of that done, because I'm teaching a class on Saturday after I go to this other training that I have to do for my credential. So yeah, I have a lot to prepare for Saturday, so I think I just basically need to prioritize that. But we love this lighting, at least I do. I mean, here it is dead on, but here it is backlit. Feels angelic. Any hoodles. I will see you guys in a little bit. I'll check in with you, and yeah, we'll let you know how the evening is going. Hi, my babes. I never followed up for the evening. I'm just getting ready for bed right now. I'm very tired. It's early. Beard's having a little chew treat. I'm about to throw on pajamas and skincare, and then we are going to call it a night. I started working on the stuff that I need to, but not a lot. Because I'm just like literally falling asleep, so I figured I'll just hit it really hard tomorrow. And then Beard came up. He's so cute. I love him. But anyways, I had a really delicious BLT for dinner tonight with Ezekiel bread and tempeh bacon, romaine lettuce, cherry tomatoes, provolone cheese, the Violife kind, a little bit of mayo, and I think that's it. But it was so delicious, and kind of liking the whole like waiting till nighttime to eat dinner, because I feel like I just enjoy it like 7 million times more. Hi, Dada. What are you doing? You come cuddle? Yes, he wants to cuddle. Look at how sweet he is. He's my sweetie little baby. Hi, baby. You want to tell everybody good night? We're going to nights. So yeah, delicious dinner. Took Beard for a walk. Talked to my bestie from Jersey for a while. But now I'm just undeniably tired, and I need to just get a good night's sleep, and tomorrow's another day, and I can bang out all that stuff that I need to do for Saturday. So, we're gonna end out the vlog here. Beard says goodbye. Do you say goodbye, puppies? Say goodbye. He's just literally the cutest, just sweetest, just little baby. Look at him. So yeah, we both say goodnight. We're both sending all of our love. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.